ever been to. When they started playing at 7, I was like, whoa, no way.
Back so early.
But all you could see was me. You walked in, you were singing. You tried to wait in, 'cause you wanted just to tell me who you were. You were. It's the little donkey. Today has been probably the most peaceful day I've had maybe ever in my entire life, and I need to get a hammock at my house. I haven't even really explained this trip. We're like by Chattanooga right now. We went to like an Ethel Cain show in Tennessee and then drove back here, me and my friends, and we're just spending the night here. And it's so beautiful. There's so much farmland and there's like wild flowers, and I don't know, I just wanted to check in and have some speaking in this video, I guess. I'm reading The Alchemist. I read it in high school, but I don't really remember it, so I'm reading it again. It's probably one of the most insightful books I've ever read in my life. I feel like I have experienced firsthand what the book is talking about, like finding your purpose, your dream, your personal legend or whatever in life. I have had that experience firsthand so many times, like the omens and the beginner's luck and all of that stuff. Like even how the main character, the part I'm reading right now, he's about to leave the crystal shop that he was working in for like a year. And I've been in that exact scenario the past year of my life. I went back to work after traveling to go make money, to travel again more comfortably, to know that I would be okay to come back. And it just has me thinking about things a lot. I never actually really want to come back, but I come back anyways. I don't know, I feel like this book is teaching me a lot about my life and about what I want in life. I feel like it's a very important read for a lot of people if you've never read The Alchemist. I highly suggest it. It's been so insightful. I don't know, I'm excited to live for more moments like these. And like the big quote in the book you see online all the time is like, when you want something, the whole universe conspires to make it happen. I have found that to be so true in my life. Wanted to travel and I wanted it so badly. Like everything happened in such a coincidental way that it felt like at the time I was literally thinking to myself, it feels like the universe is making this happen. It's forcing it to happen. And it did happen. I went on the most life-changing experience of my life. I want to experience more of that because I felt it before, and I have experienced so many things that this book is talking about. And I feel like I personally maybe don't fully understand what my specific personal legend would be or whatever, but I definitely have ideas and omens as to what it is, and it's not my daily life right now. Like, it's definitely not that, but I have a lot of ideas on what it could be. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading my book. Probably gonna go get sushi tonight and gonna go on a hike. Yeah. And the donkey keeps getting closer to me. I couldn't even see the donkey when I first laid down in this hammock, and now he's like, or I think it's a she, and she's like right up next to me, so even she can feel the good vibes. You guys, I look way too pretty to go to work today. This is not okay. Like, it's ruining my entire day. My hair hasn't acted this good in ever. This is like no styling. This is just... This is actually not okay. What the fuck?
Satan begins to come to terms with his dismal situation, but fortune he yells to destroy all the pure things that God created. Satan and Beelzebub are
So, as usual, I feel like I haven't recorded on anything in a while. I'm having a very peaceful night, so I thought I'd vlog it. I went to go get sushi with some friends, came back home, cleaned my room. I'm about to fold some laundry, make some tea. I found this farmer's market recently, and I got a bunch of loose leaf, like lavender and chamomile. I got my nose pierced, both sides. Slay. I'm gonna upload some pictures from there, from my sister's maternity little photo shoot we did like yesterday. After that, I think I'm gonna read some comic books. Might as well just show you guys like a little haul of all my books lately. I have more over here too. I've been really enjoying going to like little bookstores lately. This is the book I'm like reading right now. I'm like perfectly halfway through it. I am reading The Alchemist, and I went to a bookstore with one of my friends and they got me this book, which made it even more aligned. Like the fact that I didn't even get it for myself is kind of crazy to me, and like so many people were telling me that I need to read this book. And like the whole point of the book is, I don't know, if you've read The Alchemist, you know exactly what I'm trying to say. Like I was definitely meant to read this book, if that makes sense, at this time of my life. Okay, but then I went on a little trip with my friends and we found this little bookstore called Buck's Books. The guy running it, we had already gotten all the books that we wanted, and when we were about to check out, he was like, yeah, just so you guys know, it's a $1 sale. And there was only like 4 rows. There were so many books because they were all stacked like this. It was a very small building, and when we went to go check out, the guy was like, because I had only gotten this book called Sing the Four Quarters by Tanya Huff. Wow, am I gonna become like a book YouTuber? So I only came up with this book to the checkout, and the guy was like, oh, just so you guys know, like this location is closing down. And it was really sad, first of all, very sad to hear that that business was going down, because we were in a very rural part of like Tennessee. I was like, oh my god, $1. And I regret so much not getting more books just for the heck of it, because I really like collecting books. I had seen my 2 favorite childhood books in there, and I was like, oh, I don't really need to buy them. They were only $3.50, but I was like, I really don't need to buy them. But when he said $1, I was like, I gotta run back and get those books. So I did, and I really do regret not getting more, because $1 is crazy. But yeah, I got Deep and Dark and Dangerous by Mary Downinghan. These are horror books that I read when I was a little kid. Wait Till Helen Comes. But this book specifically, Deep, Dark, and Dangerous, was my favorite book for like years as a kid, like probably all throughout elementary school. And this is the book that made me really want to get into writing. So I remember reading this book and being like, whoa, the words are so beautiful. I don't know why this stands out in my head so much, but in this book she uses the word morbid a lot. And for some reason I remember that sticking in my head, and me like constantly using those phrases in like my poetry. I don't know, I feel like I started writing poetry. I know I started in the 1st grade, but I really started in probably like 3rd to 5th grade, somewhere in there. And this book was a big part of that. And then there's a store by my house that sells like old comics, old books, old games, old toys, like vintage kind of things. I have 50-cent comics, so I got a bunch of comics. I read this one yesterday. It's like a graphic novel that's kind of like a horror version of Toy Story. It's called The Stuff of Legend. This is what I hope to read today along with The Alchemist. This is volume 2. These were the only 2 that they had at the bookstore, so this is my first time ever getting into comics, so I know nothing about comics. A lot of these I just picked up because I literally just ripped this one. I found some cool DC ones. They're actually all DC. Arion Lord of Atlantis. I plan on reading all of these, even though I won't know what's going on, because I don't know much about the DC universe. This one is Captain Atom, and it was published July 1990. And I know one of these I literally just got because it has like a vintage Family Guy ad in it. So I'm gonna have to find that and show that to you guys. Spanner's Galaxy. Very cutesy, very cute. Oh no, this is the one I got because it has like this girl in it and her name is Amethyst, which I thought was really cool. Like a crystal based superhero. What? I really want to make like collages with the art inside of them. And then the last one I got is Our Man. This is the reason I got this one. I'm putting this on my wall. I just love homicidal toddler. Like, that is incredible. That's going on my wall. This one is also $1. Fantasy and Science Fiction, 44th anniversary issue. And it's a bunch of short stories about fantasy and science fiction. 1993. And then the last book I got, I would have gotten more on this little book bench I've been on. I did not because I have so many. I'm literally looking at so many right now that I haven't read yet. The Celestine Prophecy I haven't read yet. The whole Golden Compass series I've been meaning to read. I have the entire series right in front of me. This book called Earth, Air, Fire, and Water that's about, I think it's in the Book of Spells actually. And then the Holographic Universe. Those are all books that I really want to read that I haven't gotten around to yet. Especially the Golden Compass series. Like, I've been meaning to read that for forever. The Helter Skelter book, which I just couldn't put down. It was $8, which is like more than I would usually spend at like a used bookstore. It looked so interesting to me. And it was so cool. It even had this little book tag in it from the previous owner. That looks so old. I love the color of the pages. It's like this dark amber color. I believe this was published in 1975. You're in my pantry. I've never made chamomile and lavender tea before. I wanted to do like a cute little like tutorial thing, but I've never made it before, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Some nettle too, because I've heard that nettle is really good for allergies. I have a lot of allergies, but this is my lavender. Sorry, I used to have a YouTube channel when I was like a little kid, and I like was totally just acting like how I used to act as a little kid on YouTube. Inner child healing? Okay. Lock it. Period. Online it says 4 teaspoons. You're gonna measure your water, which is just a full mug, and then I add a little bit more because it's gonna evaporate. Slay. And then you boil it because you don't have a tea kettle. I like a lot of honey in my tea normally, so. There we go. Little plate. Put it over the mug for like 8 to 10 minutes, I would say, is what I'm gonna do. Not a rolling boil. This is so dangerous. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Now it's covered. And my camera's gonna die. I don't know what this vlog's even gonna be like. I say that every time, but I'm gonna do something. So I have low battery on this camera, but right after I recorded my last clip, my sister went into labor. Me and my mom went to the hospital. It was at like 4 a.m. I was literally in the middle of editing her maternity pictures, and like just a few hours before I had turned off my automatic do not disturb. I was like, what if it happens literally tonight? And it happened that night. Yeah, we went to the hospital at like 4 a.m. She went into the delivery room. We were giving her counter pressure, which is like when you put like a really hard pressure on the hips. Honestly, I can't even really put it into words. I picked up the camera because I felt like I could, but I don't really know how to put it into words. I just feel like that's the closest to God or something very spiritual that I've ever been closest to in my life, if that makes sense. Hello. I know my camera died. Last time I was talking to y'all, I was talking about how my sister had just given birth, my kitty. But yeah, I was like talking about, I guess, like my feelings and stuff. My sister did a completely natural birth, which is like props to her. It was insanely admirable to watch, especially because if I ever have kids, I also want to try and attempt to do a natural birth. There's nothing wrong with not like getting like an epidural or whatever. Like there's obviously nothing wrong with that like at all. I don't know, I just found it so admirable. I don't know, it was just such a crazy experience. I feel like my emotions have faded towards it a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was a very intense experience. I really enjoyed being, not even really enjoyed, I just felt like honored, I guess, to be like a part of it and be in the delivery room and like to give her like the counter pressure on her back and stuff. It just felt like such a womanly duty to be there, and it felt like such a womanly experience, if that makes sense. Special experience, and also just getting to like see like a baby like see life for the first time. Like that was such a cool experience. I feel like birth is probably like one of the most spiritual experiences anybody can ever witness or experience. So yeah, it was just such a special thing. I feel like I could say so many better things about it, just I don't have the words in my brain to do that right now, I guess. But I got a bunch of stuff from Stylovana, so I wanted to do a little haul, I guess. I got this hair oil, the And Honey brand. I remember I wanted to get this in Japan and I didn't. I got this instead, which I think I might actually still like this one more. It's like Essential CC. I got face masks from my favorite brand ever, Mediheal. I feel like because I have really fine hair, I've been wanting to try like Japanese hair products more. So I got the Tsubaki. People were saying online that the blue one is for like oily hair, and my hair gets oily in like a day or two after washing it. I've tried to train it so many times. When I was like hardcore training it, it could maybe go like 2 full days without me having to like put it up or something. I feel like I should have said more about my sister giving birth, but like I really don't know what to say. It's a lot more work than I think I realized. Like the newborn stages, I didn't realize that like you have to pump every 2 hours, you have to feed every 2 hours. Like it's a lot of work to have a baby. I got the Volume and Repair conditioner from Tsubaki. I didn't end up going with a set because I wanted to kind of try both. They smell so good. Japanese hair products smell so good. They all have like a very specific scent. Tsubaki hair mask, which people are saying is better than the other really popular Japanese mask. Ooh, it smells so good. The last thing I got was my face wash. I've been using this face wash ever since my last Japan trip, and I haven't had like a real breakout since then. Besides getting my nose pierced you can't see it on this camera, but I've been using the saline to clean it, and I kind of stopped. Like I only use it now if I actually see gunk. Otherwise I'll just use water because it's making me break out. But yeah, I use the Perfect Whip, but I use the pink one and it has collagen. I've heard the pink one is less drying, so like I haven't even used the blue one. And they gave me this little free sample of kelp shampoo, which I'm really excited to try. And then I got some stuff off iHerb because my friend on my last trip, she had these rescue pastilles. It's like almost like a little mint. Yeah, you just let it dissolve in your mouth and it helps with anxiety like a lot. I got this essential oil, $3, because I've been wanting to like, I have like allergies and stuff, so I use like an unscented detergent in my clothes, and I feel like my clothes just don't smell as good as I want them to. I've been wanting to put essential oils in there. And then I got this strengthening hair and scalp oil with rosemary and mint. and it's infused with biotin. Literally like this whole thing for $12. Oh, I like the applicator. This is exactly what I wanted, because then I can just like get it in there. It's really bothering me that this bottle isn't full. I don't know why. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I looked cute today. So I was like, if I'm gonna finish what I was saying about my sister, the cool things I got, might as well do it now. There's other things, like I like to talk about like my personal life and things I'm going through on here, but the things that are going on in my life are things I don't really want to post on the internet. So I like bad things. It's just like, usually I'm very alone in my life, so whenever I have issues in my life I feel very comfortable posting about them, like work and things like that. But I've been hanging out with people and stuff recently, so I just don't really want to talk about it. I guess I haven't really taken the time to think through how I could talk about it, but I'm going to go hang out with somebody tonight. I want to paint before I go over there, but I don't think I'll have the time to, so I think I'm just gonna watch My Little Pony. It's a comfort show, okay? It's literally like such a cozy show. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I have this mint in my mouth and y'all probably don't want to hear me talk with a mint in my mouth, so this might be the end of the vlog, I don't know, but